Thank you for joining us today for another TargetX product preview series. This is Brian Niles, the co-founder and chief evangelist here at TargetX, and we're going to be talking today about virtual admin services. And I brought two guests along with me who are going to tell you all about it, Christine and Chris. Let me have Christine introduce yourself first.
Hi, as Brian shared, I'm Christine Kenzie, Director of Client Services here at TargetX. I've been with TargetX for about 2 years, prior to that having worked for many years in higher ed on the recruitment side. It's been a real pleasure these past couple of years working with hundreds of clients around the country, really helping them get excited about using the CRM and think about how it can really benefit them in their day-to-day business.
Cool. Thanks, Christine. And Chris Giaconda.
Hey everybody, this is Christopher Giaconda. I may know many of you from implementation. I've worked at TargetX for close to 5 years now, and prior to that, I spent about 10 years in higher education at 2 different universities. I've always loved working with clients, and so this is another opportunity to work with you and talk about a new exciting initiative that we have.
Cool. Thank you both for joining me today. This is a really awesome service, and I'm really excited to have you share some of the components of that and how people can learn about that. But Chris, let's run down first. What are we going to talk about in the next few minutes here?
Definitely. So we're going to talk about CRM administration and how that works, and then we're going to introduce the virtual admin services offering that the TargetX is now going to provide. We're going to talk about who it would benefit, when it's available, and how you can learn more about it.
Awesome. Sounds good. And, one of the things that we talk about when we think about our CRM is that CRM administrator. So let's talk about that, Christine, because this is such a critical role that we've learned over the many years of working with hundreds of colleges, how important that CRM administrator is.
Yeah, and that's right, Brian. An institution's long-term success is really dependent on a lot of different factors, but as you said, most critical is having that CRM administrator who's able to help oversee the maintenance, adoption, and strategic direction of the system. Really, when you think about the role of an administrator on a campus, they're really there to help bridge the gap between the users and the system. So they're communicating up to their stakeholders to really understand what the strategic vision is. They're then taking that vision and communicating it down to their end users and making sure that day to day they're able to execute on that to move the system forward. In our years of working with hundreds of clients, though, we found that there are some challenges that institutions face when it comes to having administrators on their campuses, whether they're struggling because it's not their only job responsibility, or whether they have administrators who are newer to administering a CRM or newer to Salesforce. And as a result, TargetX really wanted to leverage our knowledge of the higher ed industry with our expertise in CRMs and provide an offering of virtual admin services to our clients to help support them when that need arises.
Very cool. So as we just mentioned, how important that role is, and then also just the experience we have in changes that happen in different types of institutions, what resources they have, what they may not have, and how those change over time. But let's talk a little bit about what those services are that we're going to be trying to provide to solve some of the problems in higher education.
Yeah. So what we're offering with virtual admin services is really a dedicated Salesforce certified virtual admin who can be there to provide support services beyond what is already provided through our existing technical support and build that long-term relationship with the institution to ensure their success with the CRM.
That's a good point here, but as you mentioned here, this is different than what they get as just being a customer of ours, is that they get implementation, they get project management, and then they also get support from your team, Christine. How is this one really different than all of that?
That's a great question, Brian. During implementation, TargetX is really working side by side to provide the support and training that's going to help clients be successful once they go live. And after that go live, the technical support team is here to assist in those reactive moments when issues are arising or when questions come up. But really, the work that happens after that is done at the institution. And so this service is really designed to provide that support to institutions that don't have that resource on their side to execute on those actions that need to happen to ensure the long-term maintenance of their system, to implement any changes that they want to make, to manage their users on a day-to-day basis. And so it's really designed to be a lot more proactive in nature as opposed to the reactive nature of technical support that you will receive, which is at a premium level here at TargetX. we also have professional services that we offer here at TargetX, but those are also point specific. So you have a particular project in a particular point in time. What we really saw was this gap between the premium support we offer and the professional services on a point solution basis. And that's where sort of virtual admin services was born. This ability to provide a long-term relationship with the clients to ensure that we could that they would find success with the system.
That's great. And they can leverage, as you mentioned, the experience of the TargetX team, not only with our CRM, of course, but with the Salesforce platform that we're built on, the experience and expertise of both of the two here, as well as dozens of others here at TargetX, and they can leverage that experience. Chris, let's talk a little bit more about the details of what some of those services are that we expect we'll be able to be providing to our clients here.
Sure, I'd love to. At the top, best practices and customization, the ability to leverage the industry best practices that we're in constant contact with our clients, with Salesforce, and be able to work with you as administrator to provide that in your Salesforce org. So if it's creating new custom objects, new custom fields, workflows, we can talk about how that will benefit you. CRM maintenance. So for example, if there's data that needs to be deduplicated or there's data that needs to be scrubbed, this could be part of that initiative as well. Data and reporting, if there needs to be an update to an Informatica process, like perhaps a standard import that we've provided, or you need some help building a report, we'd be happy to do that with you. Org audits, I'm very excited to talk about, because it's something that we don't currently offer, but it's the opportunity to have a system optimization review of your current system status. And that'll help you determine data integrity, key metrics reporting, as well as suggested configuration efficiencies that we talked about with best practices and customization. Training is something that is always a constant need with institutions as people grow and change and move in and out of positions, and our products are enhanced over time. There is the ability with our standard and premium packages to include virtual training sessions and on-site training, which you'll see in a moment. User management, for example, if someone is hired and needs to be added as a new user in the system, we can help you facilitate that. And then lastly, upgrade services. This is the ability to have TargetX do the installations for you of new packages that we're rolling out, or enhancements that are being provided.
Yeah, I think some of the things you've pointed out, Chris, here are a lot of things that happen in higher education, probably not unlike other industries, where there's regular turnover. I mean, particularly right now, we're in the summertime, turnover in staff, whether it's an admin or turnover when you mention user management, you need to add a new user, delete a user, maybe changing some profiles and security settings. We can provide those services during those areas and during those time periods when that typically would happen in higher education. Yeah. Okay, very cool. So let's talk about the packages that the virtual admin services will be providing here. You've broken this down into 3 different areas. Let's go through those.
Sure. So we've divided three levels to meet a variety of resourcing needs at the institution. You'll see here we have the basic, standard, and premium, and you'll see in this matrix that there are a lot of features that are shared amongst all the different packages, but then there are some that are specific to the standard and premium. Every client will get a weekly audit of the hours completed as part of the initiative. So whatever hours are used for tasks for that given week, you'll be notified. The number of hours do vary based on which tier you purchase. So basic, standard, premium have different levels as well. You'll have a check-in call with TargetX once a week, either 30 or 60 minutes, depending on which package you buy. And then, as I mentioned before, the virtual training sessions are included with the standard and premium packages, and you have the choice of either 1 or 2, depending on which package you buy. And these run the gamut from all of our products that we offer, as well as our partner products too. And then the on-site training, we offer that 1 day a year for our premium clients as well, to have someone from TargetX come to your campus and work with you to train employees and have that face time that's so crucial when it comes to learning. And as I mentioned, the system optimization review is included twice a year as part of the premium package, and that's about every 6 months or so.
Okay, very cool. So not only just virtual, but for at least the premium package, you'll get some face-to-face time with the virtual admin as well. Less virtual so much, I guess, in that regard. So that's great. So that's really important, I think, for those folks that need those additional services. So let's talk about the who. Who is going to benefit from these services that we're providing?
Sure, and I bet you're sitting there right now in your chair saying, is this a good fit for me? Well, we envision this for a few different scenarios that are pretty common in higher ed. For example, if your administrator is resourced, perhaps beyond what they can do with just being a CRM admin. They're handling other responsibilities at the campus. This initiative will provide clients with additional capacity to work with TargetX to offload some of these tasks to the TargetX administrator, virtual administrator, to work with you to help during these peak times where things are busy. If there's turnover in an institution and you're either between admins or you have hired someone but they need time to ramp up, we can provide assistance and we can work with you as a mentor and be able to help the person get up to speed with using the CRM and using our products. And then lastly, if there's a situation where you don't have an administrator, perhaps someone left, or based on resource issues, you may not have one dedicated specifically to being the administrator, we can assist there as well and bridge that gap.
Yeah, and over time, these change at each institution as well, too. So depending on what's the current situation at the institution, very flexible in these packages and these offerings.
Exactly, and the packages allow you to ramp up and ramp down as needed. So if your needs change over time, we're very flexible in what we can support you with.
Very cool. And of course, as you mentioned here on the slide, that this is available to current customers as well as new customers coming on. So exactly. We'll talk a little bit about how you learn more about this and how to engage with us in this process. So we've got the why, we've got the what, we've got the who. I guess the next one would be the when, Christine. When is this going to be available?
So as you can see from this beautiful picture, the leaves will turn colors. Many campuses will have students returning, and we'll be releasing this for general availability in the fall of 2015. So we're here to support you as you begin the new academic year to really ensure success with your system.
And finally, I guess the last one I will take is, how do they learn more? So the best way to engage with our team to learn more if this is right for you is to reach out to your account manager or sales executive. And if you're not sure who that is here at TargetX, you can just send an email to sales@targetx.com, and we'd be glad to connect you with that individual that works with your team. And we'll do some discovery, understand what your exact needs are, and put together one of those packages that makes the most sense for your institution. The real point here for TargetX is our success is based on the success of our customers, and part of that means a successful administrator and execution of their business process. And that's really what this is all about. We want to make sure that you are getting full use and utilization of the CRM to be successful at your college or university. Thank you both, Christine and Chris, for joining me today. I hope everybody listening in today has enjoyed learning about some of the new services that TargetX is offering, and look forward to working with all of you. Thank you both again for joining me.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you, Ryan.